Hey guys, Jake DeMichelle, founder, owner, and president of JDM Capital Solutions. I'm super excited to be here. We finally made it. It's the 0% Accelerator Solution Video 2.0. It's been a long time coming. A lot of you know that I've been working on this program, the new version of it. The clients that I already have onboarded in the last 3 months have been very patient. I appreciate that. This video is going to outline this entire program. We're going to hop in and go in depth for the people that don't know what we do or what we offer, and why I believe this program is the best program on the market for leveraging credit, starting new income streams, or scaling your business, and honestly getting a mini mentorship and an amazing network of people that's just going to help you grow both mentally and financially, and potentially even spiritually. We have a lot of people that think like we do, and we'll be sharing some of our worldviews in this video. So I'm excited. I decided to not do this intro face to face with the camera because I was going to talk about my past and how I've gotten here. And I think that in effort to save time, this video is already probably going to be pushing 30 minutes. I'm going to make a separate video for that, and hopefully that inspires a lot of people. You can see my journey and actually how credit tied into my journey before I even knew about credit. And that's kind of a funny story, a little foreshadowing in life. Life works in mysterious ways. So before further ado, and before I start rambling, let's jump into the video and get started. So today you will learn the philosophy and worldview paradigm of the credit money time relationship, also known as CMTR. Now, I invented this paradigm, I guess, in the way that I think credit, money, and time all play into our freedom and ultimately our happiness in our current society and culture. Again, we didn't choose to live in this type of society or culture. This is what has been presented to us, so we have to make the best of it. And this society has given us a set of rules and restrictions and norms that we kind of have to follow. And in order to do that, I think the CMTR kind of simplifies a lot of the problems that people face and can accelerate their freedom and happiness. We'll talk about the fundamentals of credit and how the system works in relation to high limit credit card funding. That's obviously a main feature of this program, is getting you access to high limit credit cards through various financial institutions, and then how you can leverage the system to accelerate the credit money time relationship and create a life of financial freedom and abundance, right? Obviously, nothing's guaranteed, but I think that this is a very, very powerful foundation for achieving what I ultimately believe to be the key to happiness, is having freedom to do what you want when you want, and abundance in all areas of life, personally, financially, and spiritually. So let's hop into it. So the credit money time relationship, CMTR, is a simplified worldview paradigm. And credit is so important because it gives you the potential to leverage other people's money and accelerate time. Excellent credit is the foundation of this worldview. So our society, the way it's set up, it works on a debt system. We have to leverage debt. Individuals have to leverage debt. Businesses have to leverage debt to accelerate the potential and growth of their business or themselves. And that's really how our country is built. Our country is built on debt, and this is how the rich get richer. This is how blue collar people turn into very wealthy people down the road, right? Leveraging debt is the key, no matter kind of which spectrum or philosophy you have about building generational wealth. So money is the most valuable tool in the world, not just your own money, but other people's money, right? Credit is essentially this, but it's OPM, it's other people's money, it's the bank's money. And money buys more tools and resources. So we use OPM to decrease our personal risk and accelerate clock/psychological time. Now, clock and psychological time is the paradigm of which we operate, right? Because we are all bound to a schedule. That's our society. Time is an illusion, it doesn't really exist. The only time that actually exists is now, right? But due to kind of the framework that we're put into, clock and psychological time do exist, and we have to acknowledge that. And this, in this framework, it is the most valuable asset in the world because you can't get it back. And it's not just about your own time, but understanding how to use other people's time as well. Again, we can't get our time back. It's non-renewable, and people would trade all their money to get time back. Or you always hear billionaires say, "Oh, I'd give away all my money and start off brand new if I was 20 again." And this is the reason. It's just we're all going to die. That's the reality. So we might as well make the best of the time we have here. And we want to teach people how to use other people's time to increase freedom and generate and accelerate wealth. And we do this through the Accelerator program and through this worldview that we've created. And until you have mastered this relationship, I really don't believe you'll ever truly be free in this current paradigm that we're forced to live in, so to speak. So it's very important that you understand CMTR, and you don't have to agree with it 100%. I obviously, there's exceptions for in all cases. There's always exceptions. But I think to build a very simplified worldview, this makes the most sense and lets people understand why and how we're going to accomplish what we're setting out to accomplish through this program. So this is what my version of what CMTR mastery looks like. Like I mentioned, freedom and abundance. Spiritually, being able to do what you want to do with your time is very powerful. You can learn about yourself, what really ticks you, your passions, what motivates you, your purpose, things like that. It could be spending more time with family. It could be acquiring assets or fun stuff that makes you happy. Or it could be traveling to beautiful resorts and experiencing other countries. And again, just really having that abundance and freedom to do what you want to do with your time. And that's what I believe people really want. When they talk about being happy, it's really just about being free, not having to worry about little things, because there's always a micro and a macro in life, right? We have all of our micro problems day to day, but on a macro level, we have really the things we care about. And that's really just our health, our freedom, and how we're doing financially, because we're forced to live in this framework where having money, unfortunately, makes your life a lot easier. And I know this because I used to be broke and I had no money. I had a dream, I had aspirations, I knew I could do whatever I wanted to, but I hadn't found what I really wanted to do and how to make a lot of money doing it until now. So I am a living version of this, and every day is a progression to the next. It's not like you reach this point and you're done and everything is great. It's a constant evolution. So I hope this makes sense for most of you. So the beginning of CMTR mastery, you'll need to learn my step-by-step process to acquire $50,000 to $100,000 in 0% business lines of credit, and an additional $50,000 to $150,000 in personal lines of credit, for a total of $100,000 to $250,000 in 0% APR funding. You see Chase Bank, US Bank, Bank of America, dozens of other banks that we work with. These banks are your friends at the end of the day. Play by their rules and beat them at their own game. And lastly, before we really dive into the details of the program, I do want to introduce myself a little bit more formally. My name is JDMCS. Again, I am the owner, founder, and president of JDM Capital Solutions. My education, I have a bachelor's in psychology from the University of Albany. I worked for Medicaid for roughly 2 years doing clinical outpatient community counseling, and I've completed 30 credits in my master's in marriage and family therapy counseling program that I ended up dropping out of because my business exploded in the middle of the pandemic last March. Business just went crazy, helping people during the pandemic, as you probably know. And my current success scaled from $0 to over $200,000 a month in new and recurring revenue in just 18 months of launching my business back in June of 2019. So it's been almost 2 years, coming up on 2 years, and we've helped 1,000 plus clients restore their credit in the last 18 months and funded over $10 million at low or 0% APR to hundreds of clients. So we're doing amazing things. We've done amazing things. And when I founded my commercial loan brokerage and financial solutions company in 2019, I already knew that this program would be the core product that I would push because it could help every single person to live a more fulfilling life and give them more freedom. Freedom is the foundation of true happiness, like I talked about in the previous slides. That's just my opinion. And this is a long-term plan with a contingent component. Understand that once you work with me, as long as you follow everything that we teach you, you'll never need to worry about having bad credit, and you'll be on your way to mastering this CMTR worldview paradigm that we talked about. So credit gives you the potential to borrow other people's money at low interest rates or 0% interest rates. And again, this is the bank's money. We beat the banks at their own game. The best business credit cards do not report to your personal credit report. So these are just some examples. You have a US Bank Business Platinum, 0% for 20 months, as you can see. And then we have Chase, 0% for 12 months. And there's dozens of others. Well, not dozens on the business side, but there's a handful of others on the business side and dozens on the personal. And we will help you establish relationships with these financial institutions so you can get approved for the highest limits and for the longest introductory 0% periods. So this potential starts with having excellent credit, but in order to understand and get excellent credit, you do need to understand how it works. Now, here are some good graphics. One is from Ask Sebi, a great YouTuber that is very credit focused. And then obviously the FICO breakdown, 35% is payment history, 30% is utilization or amounts owed, 10% is new credit, 10% is your credit diversity, and then 15% is your age. If you don't understand how credit works, I'm not going to kind of dive super deep into that right now, just again to save time. But just go on YouTube and there's plenty of resources. You know, you can go to Sebi's channel or you can go to some other people's channels. There's just great resources all over YouTube. Leveraging your excellent credit. Remember the word potential. So having excellent credit is one thing, but knowing how to leverage it properly means you can extract the maximum potential. So this means establishing relationships with top tier banks, knowing what banks are looking for to get massive approvals for credit lines, cars, mortgages, more, which banks are the best for which products. We have this information from just, hundreds and hundreds of data points that we've created and logged over the last 2 years. Which banks pull mortgages, which are the best for mortgages, cars, business lines, travel, etc. And credit is more important than ever in this new post-pandemic period, being that the banks are now lending again and people understand. The pandemic really shocked and scared a lot of people and was a wake-up call for a ton of people that having credit is extremely, extremely important. And you should always try to maximize and get as much credit when things are going well instead of waiting till when things are going bad and you actually need it, right? So that's what happened during the pandemic. People were like, oh crap, I actually need $20,000, $30,000 to live right now. I wish I had done this when things were going well. And instead they waited till something went bad and then the banks stopped lending. So this is very, very important to understand that when things are going well, you want to maximize your credit opportunities. So the 0% Accelerator Solution 2.0 overview. So we'll walk you through the step-by-step process to acquire a $50,000 to $100,000 in business lines of credit at 0% and an additional $50,000 to $150,000 in personal lines of credit on a brand new or aged business. We do actually provide H corporations to our clients as well if they don't want to start a brand new business and want to even further accelerate that funding potential. You can buy an H corporation. It is additional, to this program, but at a discounted rate. We'll establish and build your business credits. You have excellent business credit on Paydex, Business Experian, Business Equifax, and SBSS. We'll do this for as many companies as you have. You do have to pay for the trade lines that we're putting on there, like the vendor trade lines. It'll cost you roughly $500 to $700 in organic trade lines per business. And we can do this as fast or as slow as you can basically handle. So it's up to you. And this will help with both 0% business lines of credit, approval amounts, and offer some no PG funding options when the time is appropriate. We can strategically position and acquire your desired luxury or exotic vehicle after credit card funding or, say, business vehicles. A lot of people want to do stuff with luxury and exotic cars, hack them, rent them out, or they need trucks and things like that for their business. And we will establish the foundation of getting you qualified for the cheapest long-term business funding programs that exist, like SBA and real business checking lines of credit once your business is actually generating revenue, so you can always have access to capital. And then we're going to coach you and guide you if you desire, to be coached and guided to leverage your capital and turn it into positive ROI. And this is the start, of the journey to mastering the CMTR. And we have a lot of great opportunities for our clients to put their money if they don't have a business to invest in, or they're just looking to diversify. Before you move on to any other types of business funding, you want to max out the amount of 0% business lines of credit you can acquire. There's three main reasons. First one, the cheapest funding you will likely obtain in the history of your business. 0% APR introductory rates. Again, the cheapest funding you will ever get for your business. Credit cards are amazing products because of protection. If someone steals your credit card, they can charge money on it and you're not liable. And because it's just cheap money. It's basically free money if it's 0%, right? The best business credit cards don't report to your personal credit, which means that you can max them out without taking a hit on utilization on the personal side. As we saw on the previous slide, utilization is 30% of your score. So there is a time and a place to max out your personal credit cards. If they are 0%, there's a strategic way to do that we tell our clients and teach our clients how to do, where it's okay if your credit score takes a dip for just a short period of time. But ideally, business credit cards don't report to the personal, it's better, right? Build business spending history and patterns to build relationships with your financial institutions. So getting business credit cards, especially through banks like Amex, Chase, and I would say Bank of America, these three businesses, and I would say I would put US Bank in that category as well. They're going to have a lot of history on you and spending history patterns so that you can leverage more funding from these institutions based on your history with them down the road. So Amex, for example, especially with Amex, they have charge cards. So as you spend money on your Amex Platinum or Plum or Gold, they're going to grow your spending power on these charge cards, and you're going to be able to build relationships. And then Wells Fargo, US Bank, Chase, they'll offer bigger limits, checking lines of credit on the business side, things like that as well. So who can benefit from this program? And we're looking for the right fit, okay? So business owners and entrepreneurs, individuals willing to invest a little bit of money now to save and make a lot of money later. Now, we're not guaranteeing you're going to make money with this program, but we're going to give you all the tools necessary to increase the potential for you to make money. Business owners, entrepreneurs, individuals who are tired, disgusted, and have been taken advantage of by predatory lenders and know they need to make a change. I used to work, when I first started, my mentor worked in this predatory lending industry. So I therefore learned that industry first before I learned kind of really this credit card stacking, funding type of world. And I didn't like it. That's why I learned very quickly, well, what other options are out there? We don't want to give business loans to people at 40 or 50% interest or factor rates, that are that high. We want to give people the cheapest funding possible, and we can all make money, right? It's win-win for for me and the customer. So that's why I really built this program originally for those business owners that have been taking on really expensive money. So business owners, entrepreneurs who want to decrease their risk, again, use other people's money, don't use your own, keep your money and let it grow in the stock market or somewhere else. Again, not financial advice, but obviously money sitting in a bank account doesn't help you. So use other people's money and then invest your money. Those who understand potential and are looking to leverage the best debt possible, again, in order to invest, scale their business, or start new income streams. Diversify is a great way to have a safer, a safer income, right? Be diversified. Don't be a one-trick pony. But at the same time, you do want to focus on your main cash flowing business. Those that are willing to implement and learn new strategies we teach you, it is important that you are coachable. Non-coachable people, this is not a good fit. We're going to teach you some stuff. It might be new to you. It might be against what you thought was the right way to do things. And it's very important that you're coachable so we can help you to the best of our abilities. And then business owners and entrepreneurs, individuals looking to take control of their financial independence and again, master the CMTR, long-term thinking, freedom, abundance, networking. These three things are just absolutely massive and will change the way that your life looks, both internally and externally. I've developed a solution to help almost anyone, regardless of the stage or situation they're currently in. Some of the other programs that do similar things to what I do in this program will only accept you if you already have good credit, but I will actually accept anybody in their current state because we can take you completely from A to Z. So in this slide, we're going to talk about the requirements for 0% business and personal lines of credit. So we want our clients to have a 740 plus FICO score with at least 2 open accounts with 1 to 2 years of history, obviously in good, perfect payment standing, and preferably a limit of at least $5,000 to $10,000 on at least one of these accounts. And that's all. We can help you if you have limited credit history or recent inquiries, you're in a business lending restricted industry, defaults, judgments on your current business. We can always reincorporate you or get you an age corporation. If your business is brand new, you can still get business funding because we're going to build business credit on your brand new business. And again, the banks really care, with credit cards at least, they really only care about your personal credit. Obviously, business credit helps. You get bigger approval amounts and easier approvals, but they really care about your personal credit. And you don't have to have business financials or tax returns. This is all stated income or projected income. And it's an amazing thing that the banks are willing to do this without having to prove that your business is generating, lots of revenue. 0% business lines of credit, again, have the least requirements and restrictions besides from just having excellent personal credit. So that's the foundation of this. We're going to have to get you excellent personal credit. And that's part of this program if you don't. Now that's great because we can take people that already have excellent credit, and the time frames in which we can help you get to the first round of funding are going to take a lot, less time. And if you are here for the long haul, that's totally fine as well. We have everybody on all ends of the spectrum, people that have been with us for a year plus, or people that have only been with us for a couple months and they're already getting funding because their credit's already very good. Step 1, personal credit restoration plus business credit building. We use our advanced methods to resolve any personal credit issues so you can get to a FICO score of at least 740 plus. Now, obviously, I can't guarantee a score. You have to do your part as well, which means keeping your credit utilization under 10% or sometimes under 30%, depending on how much you have total and the rest of your credit history and profile, the strength of your profile. But we can remove almost anything that's negative / inaccurate off your credit report, and this is how we get you to 740 plus. Most of the clients that we fund are above 740 and much higher actually. So while your personal credit is being restored, if you do fall into that category, we start the process of building your business credit. This process will last roughly 3 to 6 months. This includes disputing inaccurate and derogatory accounts, removing unauthorized inquiries, personal debt consolidation if you need some debt consolidation work or help, and organically building your credit profile if required. A lot of people come to us and they only have negative things on their credit. They don't have any positive history. So we're going to give you these resources and these tools to help you build not only positive credit history, but actually banking relationships as well. We can get people into banks that they can't get into on their own through some of our connections that we have and strategies. So it's just all around going to help you build that history while repair is taking place. And then again, we will strategically help you build relationships with financial institutions that offer the best lending products using both our internal connections and our geographic specific database. Depending on where you live, certain banks aren't available, right? Regional banks. And we're going to get you into the best banks in your location, and that's going to equal, higher limits when we do go for funding and get you approved. The result of having excellent personal credit. So this may be surprising to some of you, but having strong personal credit gives you the keys that unlocks all the doors to the cheapest business funding solutions that exist currently. Having good personal credit means financial institutions will actually target you for promotions and offers. Pre-approval letters for credit cards usually mean an automatic approval with a higher limit. When you have good personal credit, you have all the leverage and potential. The institutions will essentially compete for your business. They want your business. They want to give you a credit card, and they want to earn your deposit history and your investment potential as well. Everything in life becomes easier and cheaper. Having good personal credit will get you a lower rate on your car mortgage payment, etc., and therefore lowering your daily living expenses and freeing up more capital. And finally, life changes when you don't have to worry about paying your bills. It's a mindset shift. Once this happens, your perspective and mindset will completely change. Again, this goes back to CMTR and this paradigm that we live in. I know this from personal experience. I actually still kind of worry about paying my bills just because my expenses are a lot higher, but it's a different level of worry. It's more of it's just a smaller, less annoying, less serious worry than when I was living paycheck to paycheck when I first moved to Vegas and was struggling, really. And it's just when you can actually relax and have that freedom and know that your bills are going to get paid, you can open your mind and just achieve a lot more. You're not going to be so stressed that that's going to bog you down and make you just only think about, hey, how am I going to pay my bills this month, right? So that is the foundation and the result of having excellent personal credit. Step 2, strategic credit card sequence. So we design a personalized 0% and low APR application sequence based on your credit profile and leverage our exclusive banking relationships to get you qualified with higher limits. We do multiple rounds of funding until you get approved for your desired amount of funding or you've maxed out your funding potential. The result of this, CMTR mastery is underway. You've now acquired $50,000 to $100,000 in 0% and low APR business funding and possibly an additional $50,000 to $150,000 in 0% low APR personal funding that you can now leverage into your business, create new monthly income streams, all while paying low interest and fees with a small monthly payment. Once you have gotten here, now it's time to leverage. Step 3, leveraging your funding to make you money, maximizing the potential. So if you need help leveraging the money you just acquired, we can show you some of the safest options that we believe are out there on how to start a new income stream and achieve financial independence. Again, we can't guarantee anything. There's always risk involved with entrepreneurship, no matter what you do. But we've actually done all of the things that we preach to other people ourselves. So we are the guinea pigs. We're putting our money into these other opportunities to see if they work. And these are the ones that we think are the best and the safest. So we have real estate investing. We have connections. You can invest you can invest your money and make 15 to 20% every 4 to 6 months on your money, or we can connect you with some people where you can do some stuff that's more hands-on, wholesalers, real estate flippers, things like that. Passive or active credit repair businesses, we build these for people, we run them for people, or we can teach you how to run your own. Absolutely great industry to be in, obviously. Never gonna have to worry about getting clients. Credit is going to be around for the next 10 years at least in this current paradigm. I know Biden says, we're going to make new credit, get rid of the credit. It's not happening. Don't worry about it. It's not happening anytime soon. And I talk about this in my credit FAQ video as well. Walmart automation. So there's been a big shift from Amazon to Walmart. Walmart has more potential at the moment, and we actually have gone through the process and help providers get Walmart, their clients approved for Walmart stores to sell. So we're experts in this as well. We can connect you with one of our providers, get you an H corporation, or get your corporation approved. You can use your current business or the one that we build for you. Passive or active digital marketing agencies. Digital marketing, you guys know that I have a partnership in a marketing company, and I actually own my own marketing company that is launching pretty shortly here officially. So there's a lot of opportunities, and our network is massive, right? So there's a lot of opportunities, and we can introduce you to all, our entire network that are in all different industries. And we truly believe this program is worth the price of just having access to my network alone. I believe having access to me is worth the price of this program alone, because I can give you advice or perspective that you might not be able to find elsewhere, and people trust me, and that's why they pay me what I ask them to pay me. Step 4, building a funding contingency plan for the future. So again, the result of this is business funding mastery, right? You not only have access to 0% business and personal lines of credit, but you are now in a position to have backup reserves or even more additional funding that is streamlined from building these relationships with the financial institutions. You've now built a foundation of business credit to increase the credibility and compliance of your business when it comes to acquiring additional capital in the future. Once your business is cash flowing and generating profit, you can access an additional $200,000 to $500,000 whenever your business needs an injection of capital. And this is through SBA loans, business lines of credit. If you have business assets, you can do collateralized loans, things like that. But most of the time, you're going to need business lines of business credit to do this. And also if you need like equipment or vehicles for your business, depending on what industry you're in. And you're going to get expert level consulting from our team as needed throughout the life of your business. People don't understand this program is literally a lifetime program. It's not, hey, you're with us for 6 months and we get you funding, and then you do what you want to do, and then see you later. You're going to have access to our program for the duration of however long my business is in business, which is probably for the next at least 5 to 10 years. So this is an amazing program for the long term as well. Just having me in your corner, again, having my network, it's going to be just an amazing value. And things don't always go as planned. So since I built the system, I can navigate you through any further issues. So if you do get all of this and then you're still having issues, I can help you focus on those issues and help you fix them. Money fixes problems at the end of the day, right? It's another way that money is an amazing tool, is that you can pay somebody to fix their problems. You've already paid me. I'm going to help you. But maybe you need to hire somebody else in your business. Maybe you need to pay another consultant that's more of an expert in a certain specific niche. But yeah, money fixes problems. The 0% Accelerator solution recap. Let's kind of recap some of the things we've talked about. So we're going to walk you through the step-by-step process to acquire $50,000 to $100,000 in 0% low APR business lines of credit, an additional $50,000 to $150,000 in 0% low APR personal lines of credit on a brand new or established business. We'll build out your business credit so you have established business credit history on Paydex, Business Experian, Equifax, and SBSS. This will help with both 0% business lines of credit approval amounts and offer some potentially no PG funding options. We're going to strategically position and acquire your desired luxury or exotic vehicle or business-related vehicles after we get you your personalized credit card sequence done. After we get you the credit card funding, we then will go into the vehicles if that's something that you're looking for or need for your business. We'll establish the foundation of getting you qualified for the cheapest long-term business funding programs by building your business credit. These programs are like SBA or real business checking lines of credit, so you can always have access to capital. And then we'll talk about some revenue-based stuff as well. And then we're going to coach and guide you, if desired, of course, to leverage your capital. You have all the resources now to mastering the CMTR and living this life of abundance and freedom, right? You have to have the right systems. You have to have the right resources. You have to have the credit, right? And you have to have the mindset on how to do everything you need to do. And we're here to bring this all together into a synergy that's going to make sense for you and your business and your goals. So you will need to have at least your passions or your goals aligned. And if you don't, I will check you on that and make sure that, hey, make sure that you have your values and what you want to do in the right order. But this is essentially the recap of this program, what we've talked about to this point. And again, after completing this process, you'll never have to worry about having poor credit because we taught you how to get excellent credit and maintain it, right? We've taught you the fundamentals, the financial literacy, everything you need to maintain your credit. You're not going to have to take on bad debt that could destroy the health of your business. You're not going to have to work with predatory lenders who are going to take advantage of your pain and situation and make it worse. They'll promise you things, oh, take this loan, it'll help you. We know how that ends. It's not how it works. You won't have to worry about being approved or getting a bad rate on business funding in the future because you'll have strong personal and business credit. You won't have to live with that horrible feeling of knowing you're burning your hard-earned profit because you were forced to take on some bad debt or just take in merchant cash advance, a bad loan. And you won't have to waste your time, focus, and energy figuring out how to keep your doors open because you took on this bad debt, right? And you're going to be approved for the funding that you needed to scale or start a new income stream, and you're going to be on your way to this mastery of everything we're talking about in this video. So if you're ready to change your life by not only having excellent credit but extracting the full potential, then you really only have two choices to make. The two choices, you have path one, continue living your life as it is now, not having excellent credit, not being able to get approved for large credit lines, houses, or cars, not being able to create your freedom by being in control of how much money you make and doing what you want to do with your time, missing out on golden opportunities to accelerate your wealth because you can't access funds to invest in these opportunities or scale your business or start new income streams. And now you have path two. Follow a proven process that has helped dozens of our clients get excellent credit, $50,000 to $100,000 in minimum funding in 3 to 18 months at 0% or low APR funding. Guys, I don't know where you're coming in at, whether you have 750 credit or 550 credit. I've funded people in 4 weeks of being in my program, and I've also had people stay in the program for a year because their credit was horrible and they needed to really work from A to Z and get built up properly. You're going to acquire your dream vehicle in 6 to 12 months or less if that's one of your goals. The knowledge that you're going to gain and the tools to leverage your funding to make you money. Our network is powerful. We have insane connections in all different industries. You're never going to have to worry about having a cash flow problem in your business again or having a lack of capital to help grow and scale your business. You actually want to focus on just growing and expanding or starting a new income stream or diversifying, and you will not have to worry about this if you go through our program. So over the next 5 days, my team and I have allocated time to talk with you personally and see if you're a good fit for this program. But here's what you're thinking. How can I trust that this is real, and how much does it cost? The proof is that we walk the talk, whether it's myself or the people that work for me, that work inside my company, my partners. We've done everything that we talk about, whether it's credit card stacking, like I said, 10 million funded in the last 18 months, Walmart stores, Amazon stores, real estate. We've done everything. We are the guinea pigs for you. And I have dozens of testimonials of past and current clients that you can watch on this funnel or on my Instagram. On the right here, I have a picture of the home I'm currently living in Las Vegas, $1.6 million home. Absolutely insane. Guys, this is not to flex on anybody or to make people envious. It's just to show you what's possible, that this stuff that I do actually works and I'm paid very well for it. On the bottom here, we have my man Oscar. Shout out to Oscar. Shooting me. He's actually in our 0% Accelerator program, and he's shooting me in my 2019 Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio. We're able to get this car when it was brand new last year. As you can see on the right here, $91,000 financed at 0% interest, annual percentage rate 0. for 72 months and have to put a penny down. So again, this is not obviously a Ferrari or a $200,000 car, but again, once I make 13 positive payments, I'll give you a little hint on how we do what we do. But once you make 13 payments on your car and then you can sell it or pay it off, you can then go and get a vehicle that's about double the price. So again, 0% interest, $91,000, absolutely insane. Driving this car, very little depreciation after that initial, obviously, new car depreciation, but no interest, man. It's just going to offset a lot of the issues. And again, you see my lifestyle. Again, it's not here to flex. It's not here to show off. It's just here to show people and inspire people that what I do works. The things I preach and teach the people work. My partner, you've seen what I got him, over $200,000 in funding. He's done Amazon, Walmart. My other roommate and partner, Trey Colley, he's gotten his business up to $30K a month in profit. When I met him, he was working for me, making $3,000 a month. So you have to understand that everything I do and the people that I really work with, these methods work. Bottom line. As far as cost goes, the 0% Accelerator solution is $10,000, and depending on which payment option you choose, it'll determine your back-end funding fee. So for instance, let's look at payment option 1. If you pay in full, we're going to reward you the most. If you pay in full $10,000, you're going to get 5.5% on the back end, the lowest funding fee you'll ever see from a funding company. You can do 2 payments of $5,000 for a 6.5% back-end funding fee. You can do 4 payments of $2,500 for a 7.5% back-end funding fee, 8 payments of $1,250 for 8.5%, and then finally 10 payments of $1,000 for 9.5% back-end funding fee. Guys, I want you to understand that no one in the industry is offering a comprehensive program like this with someone that has my knowledge in the industry and letting you start for $1,000 a month. I want to make this program accessible for everybody, and I truly believe that this payment option, and the 8 payment option, is going to make this program extremely accessible for people that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford this program. And you're still getting under 10%, which is the market price for funding. If you go anywhere else, you're going to pay 10% or more. We're still giving you 9.5%. This program is absolutely providing an insane value for the price, so you guys better take advantage. And guys, don't worry. If you can't afford $1,000 a month, I totally understand. Do not worry if you cannot afford this program. Many of our clients start with our credit restoration program before upgrading into the Accelerator solution, which is perfectly fine. We wanted to make this program accessible to almost everybody, and the amount you pay for credit restoration will be credited towards the $10,000 fee for the 0% Accelerator when you decide to upgrade. So if you pay $2,000 for credit repair, when you decide to upgrade, your balance will be $8,000, right? We did this on purpose. These two programs are connected, and these are the main programs of my company. Please watch the credit FAQ video. If you're not ready to jump into the Accelerator program, you can find the link to the video in my YouTube description, on my YouTube channel, or on my Instagram page at JDMCS Solutions. If you are ready to make an investment to acquire $50,000 to $100,000 in business lines of credit at 0% or low APR in just 3 to 18 months, acquire an additional $50,000 to $150,000 in personal lines of credit at 0% interest or low APR in just 3 to 18 months or less for a total of $100,000 to $250,000 in low or 0% APR funding, establish and build business credit, acquire your dream vehicle or vehicles for your business, scale your current business, start new active or passive income streams, and never worry about getting turned away from banks and lending institutions again for having bad personal and business credit. And finally, master the CMTR. You're going to become a master of this worldview paradigm that I believe is essential to being successful in this capitalist society and culture that we live in. Again, we didn't create this society. We didn't ask for it, but we have to play the hand that we're dealt. And I believe that this simplified worldview is going to help you guys focus and get to your goal. And then you're going to be much happier, have much more freedom to do the things you want, and ultimately live a life of abundance, which is what everybody really wants. If you're ready to take action, please book your call right now underneath this video so you can speak with me or our team. There are limited spots available. This is not fake scarcity. My team and I will be personally mentoring you and consulting you one-on-one, and we can only take on so many clients every month to ensure they get the attention they require. We're currently doing 25 people a month, and as of March 23rd this month, we already have 15 people, I believe. And once this video drops, it's going to blow up, and I would assume that most of our slots are going to be taken up by the first half of the month. But please book a call if you are serious about joining. We want to talk to you and see if you're a good fit. The only disclaimer we have is please respect our time. If you book a call, we only ask 3 things from you. Number 1, please watch and understand this video and really what we're trying to accomplish with realistic expectations. If you come in with a 500 credit score, you're not going to get funding in 2 months, okay? We want you to have realistic expectations, and we're going to go over that on your initial onboarding call once you do sign up for the program to kind of lay out what you can expect based on where you are. I will personally review your credit profile, and we're going to go through and build a plan. 2, show up for your appointment at the time slot you've booked for. If you do not receive a call exactly at your scheduled time, it just means we're finishing up a previous call, and we'll call you as soon as possible. If we think that you're a good fit for our program, we are expecting you to make a minimum deposit of at least $625 to start in credit restoration over the phone today. If you're not ready to start, just wait to book your call. Simple as that. We don't want you to waste our time. We would never waste yours. And taking action is the first step to progress. So if you book a call now, take action if you're ready, invest in yourself, invest in your financial future. This program is absolutely amazing for the value, and we're looking forward to you joining the JDM Capital Solutions family. And if you've made it to the end of the video, I want to thank you for watching. Even if you don't sign up, you've learned something, hopefully. And that's really what matters to me, is I want people to learn and get financially educated, and I want to preach financial literacy to people. So if you do want to sign up, we'll be happy to have you, and we're excited to help every single person that ends up joining. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we'll talk soon.